About ready to hopefully start the third quarter. They found a little more blood on the court. So the guy that was running the clock went to find the guy with the cleanup equipment for the blood.
We got to have that here, right in front of us.
So then they determined that the blood was dry and that they weren't going to need to clean it up. And the guy that was running the clock wasn't there.
Play on.
So after all of that,
we're in basketball.
Eisenhower with the basketball, moving right to left in the third quarter. They trail the Railers by 6. Trying to drive through a double team, and Isaiah and Ben strip it away. Grunder down with it. Bryson down low to Bacon. The ball kicked out of bounds. So the starters for the Railers, starters we had at the beginning of the game with the exception of Nolan Hullinger not starting, Drew Bacon is on the floor. And I think Drew gave a lot of good minutes in that first half.
Yeah, helped on the boards too, as I think Coach was tired of watching the offensive rebounds by Eisenhower in the first half, so he had we're going with a little stronger lineup.
Grunder with a move down the lane. It's partially tipped, so heading back the other way will be Eisenhower.
Well, they let him play. Ben got hammered on the way to the lane, and no call.
Bobbitt holds against Grunder. Tough defense by Grunder. In the lane, and steps are going to be whistled on Eisenhower. Boy, I'm not sure which I'm more impressed with here through the first part of this game, Ben's offense or his defense.
Just overall, just intensity. I think is just at a different level than what we've seen out of Ben for the most part. So he's just bringing it a lot, and I thought it's kind of a little more than what we thought we might get from Ben all year long. Just intensity, physical play, getting to the basket, being an offensive rebounder, being a good athlete that he is, and we're starting to see that a little more tonight.
Titus down in the corner to Grunder. Grunder's going to drive baseline, cut off there. So Isaiah fires a three, shot it up long. Rebound to Young for the Panthers.
You can tell the game plan here is to get the ball moving a little bit more. 14 points on the scoreboard for Eisenhower is not their game.
Three is no good, but there for an easy putback is Bobbitt. The offensive rebound goes down, and there was not a Railer in sight.
No, that was about as easy as offensive putback as you can find when you can keep it back up there and put it right back in and not one green jersey around you.
Cannon back over to Bowers. Isaiah dribbles into the front court. Now to Kirby. Back to Titus quickly on the right side. Ben Grunder again.
Staying hot, and they're finding him. That time the skip pass worked to Titus, and Titus quickly moved it over to Ben. And point guard does a lot of good things on the floor, and one is find the hot shooter, and that time he did it again.
And you figure if you're Eisenhower, you wouldn't leave Ben alone because he's really been the offense tonight.
Yeah, and that 1-3-1 is hard when you get scrambling. And that time again, they were able to find Grunder at an area where he likes it.
Ben already in double figures with 11. Railers on top 23-16. Already down to 5.5 to go in the third. Jarrett over to Bobbitt. Bobbitt will back the dribble out. Now he's going to fire a long three. It missed badly. Jones tried to grab the rebound, but it was Bacon there cleaning up for the Railers. Cannon over to Bowers. Isaiah back to Titus near the timeline.
Yeah, looks like Eisenhower quickly back into that man-to-man after the three.
Titus picks up his dribble, hands to Grunder on the far side. Grunder on top to Bowers.
See the ball, Jansen.
4:50 to go in the third. Railers up by 7. Kirby's going to drive in. Open is Grunder again. Shot it long, rebounded Jones. And then the ball was kicked out of bounds. Last touch by Eisenhower. They couldn't handle it. Jones is saying that it was a Railer that touched it. And we've got subs coming in for Eisenhower. So, boy, as well as Ben's been shooting, that is probably about as open as he was going to be all night.
Yeah, he got a good look there and wasn't able to get it to go, but they're probably going to go right back at him. Now Kirby for three.
Bryson for three.
You know, Coach got so many plays coming out of bounds plays, coming out of last-second shots. They're usually dialed up for your best shooter. He's been running those for three-point shooters for a long, long time. And Kirby's been able to knock down 2 of them, one there and then one, of course, to in the first half.
Imagine your number was called on some of those.
Yeah, they didn't go down all the time, but you sure got good looks when he called those plays.
26-16. Railers have extended to a double-digit lead. Telefero's 3, back rim, no. Jones the rebound over Grunder. It stays with Eisenhower.
Yeah, that's a tough when you get Eisenhower to take a shot, a deep 3, and you get a lot of long rebounds. We talked about the stiff rims here at Rochester. You get a lot of long rebounds with that, and again, the Railers not able to corral it.
Jones at the top of the key is going to drive the lane. Contact with Bacon. Offensive foul. And there's Drew Bacon again, and that's really starting to be a habit of Drew's, is drawing a big, important charge, and he did there against Jones.
You remember teams we played against, like Eisenhower's and Lanfear's, those guys at Bowlby and Block used to do that religiously almost. You came in there, and it starts to get in their head a little bit where I'm not going in there anymore, or I at least got to pull up, and that's not a shot that's taught or practiced a lot, is that pull-up jump shot anymore. They want to get to the rim, or it's a three-pointer. And that time again, Bacon with an excellent job of staying in there and holding his ground and getting the charge.
Approaching the 3.5-minute mark, a kick on Talifero. It stays with the Railers. Railers up by 10, 26-16. We said Railers last night had 11 threes, and they've come back tonight with 7 more.
Do your job.
Grunder to inbound, gets to Bowers. Isaiah curls around with the dribble, takes it down the lane. The finger roll is good.
Yeah, that time they almost ran the similar play as Isaiah turned and then curled and threw it back to Kirby the last time. That time he didn't curl. He just took it all the way down, put his head down, and went all the way to the basket. Nice finger roll for Bowers. Another good play out of the timeout, or out of the dead ball.
Isaiah with 4. Railer lead is now 12, 28-16. Jones goes baseline, cut off by Bacon. Pass is tipped, stolen by Cannon. Watch behind you. Nope, they get it to Bowers. Bowers in the corner to Kirby. Bryson fires a jumper on the way. No good. Rebound to Jones.
Yeah, that's not Kirby's game. Pull-up jump shot off the two dribbles. He doesn't do that very often.
Jones a 3. No good. Tip try, no good. Bacon the board for the Railers. Drew's presence in there, we haven't gotten all the rebounds, but we've certainly knocked off the way they were monopolizing the board.
Right, yeah, getting 2 and 3 chances every time. Just a bigger body, longer arms.
Bryson corner 3, yeah. That's good.
Nice job by Bowers, pulled it into the defense, made the defense collapse, and then kicked it out to Kirby. Nice play by Bowers. Good job by Kirby of getting his feet set.
Timeout taken by Eisenhower, 2:22 to go in the third quarter. Railers on top, 31-16. We'll keep it here as the Railers have they've gone 3 crazy. Josh, let's see. 7 of their last 9 field goals have been from 3.
We got just basically Bowers and Grunder, right? And we've got Hollinger with 1.
Let's see, Nolan with 1, Bryson with 4, and Ben with 3.
Yeah, Grunder and Kirby, yeah.
Boy, and we talk about it, how good this team looks. And Coach has said it. This team can beat anybody, and it can get beat by anybody. And when the shots are falling like this, boy, it sure makes it a lot easier to play defense on this end.
Yeah, your intensity is better. I mean, you feel better about yourself. You feel better about your team. You can see the way the guys are moving right now. The rebounding's better. Our passing's better. Everything starts to flow together as one. But you got to keep it. This game, we got a long game left here. Just up 15 now, and 2:22 left here in the third. And this very explosive Eisenhower team can come back in a hurry, in their experience too.
Bobbitt over to Jarrett. Back on top to Jarrett. Now to Bobbitt, top of the key. They swing it left side to Bradford. Underneath. Jumper on the way. Won't go down, but a foul goes on the Railer. Foul on Isaiah Bowers. His first on the Railers. Jarrett at the line. He'll be shooting 2. And you not only want him missing the free throws to keep the score where it is, you want to knock down their free throw percentage in case we end up in that long jam at the top.
Yeah, that's which could be, but we got a lot of game to worry about here. The Railers keep doing what they're doing on offense and defense. We should be fine. Keep moving the basketball. A lot of that has Jarrett gets his second, but it's been spurred by penetration into the middle and then kicking it out.
Both free throws go good. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. 31-18. Railers up by 13.
Man up, man up.
Bowers hands to Cannon. Cannon on the dribble at the timeline, watched by Bobbitt. Titus still dribbling through, kicks it over to Isaiah. Isaiah down in the corner, back to Cannon. Kirby over to Bowers. Bowers is going to drive the baseline, throws it up high off the glass, no good. Kicked out of bounds, stays with the Railers.
Yeah, Bowers with a nice drive. Just they got a little scared with the guys coming over from Eisenhower to try and block the shot. Kind of flipped it up there instead of going up strong and finishing.
Bryson will inbound. Bryson. And a foul is going to be whistled on Jones for Eisenhower as Grunder looked to make a move on the baseline.
Like his activity tonight. Grunder, 3 threes also, but just the way he's been getting to the hoop also.
Jones now picks up his third foul. Underneath, Kirby got it to Cannon, but Titus didn't have an opening, so they set it back up. Grunder will drive in, flips it up with the left hand. It's good again.
Again, Ben attacking to the basket. They've got to come out on him because he's shown that he can knock down the three, and Grunder that way too, Jeff. You like going him to the left-hand side and finishing with the left.
And a foul's going to be whistled at the free throw line on the Railers. Foul on Titus Cannon. That'll be his second on the team. 1:05 to go. Railers up 33-18 in the third. Bobbitt. Inbounds out to Keon Jones. Hands to Bobbitt. Minute to go. In the corner, Jarrett. Going baseline, cut off by Bowers. Now Grunder's there to help him. Jones. Lefty three on the way is off, no good. 2 Panthers there for the rebound. It's Bobbitt that comes down with it. Jarrett looks to make a move. Pull up from 15 is good.
Yeah, you can see Jarrett start to turn up his intensity here in the last couple of minutes where he's starting to get to the basket and start that time at the nice pull-up jumper from 15.
20 seconds to go in the quarter. Railers up 33-20. Grunder on the right wing. On top to Kirby now. Hands to Cannon.
Interested to see what kind of play they go for. Many options here for Coach. Grunder's having a good night.
Bacon. Now to Cannon. Down to 5 seconds. Bryson gets a screen. Top of the key. Three. It's good.
Nice. Big time. Threw big baskets for Kirby. Not only all the shots he's made tonight, but when you can end the quarter with a three, that's a huge momentum burst.
End of three. Railers on top by 16. 36-20. Back for the fourth in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Back in Rochester, fourth quarter underway. A 16-6 advantage for the Railers in the third. Gives them a 36-20 lead. They start with the basketball, but they have it taken away to start the quarter. And quickly a layup from Keon Jones gets the Panthers on the board here in the fourth. 36-22.
Yeah, you know Eisenhower is going to turn up the pressure here. Man-to-man tipped away from Grunder and led to an easy layup for them. So the Railers have got to.
And then we've got a foul, I think, on the screen probably on Drew Bacon.
Yeah,
Drew picks up his first.
I think Coach Walker had a little bit to do with that. I think he was calling out the moving screens on that last play before the end of the game, or before the end of the half.
Jones lost control of it, but picks it back up now at the top of the key. Jarrett, he really turned up his game in the third. Back rim, no. Gets his own, nope, he lost the rebound. Nope, tracked it down as Ben couldn't hang on to it. Nice spin move and a foul whistled on the Railers. And it'll be Jarrett going to the line shooting two.
Yeah, Grunder had a chance to secure it and went right through his hands, and then you give it to Jarrett. He's going to go to the basket now. He's a man possessed on getting to the rim. If one guy's going to do it for the Panthers, it's going to be him right now.
Leads the way for the Panthers with 7. Free throw on the way is up and good. 36-23. 7:09 to go in the fourth. Free throw on the way, up and good. So he's hit 4 in a row. Panthers have scored 4 in a row to start the quarter, and the Railers' lead is down to 12.
Yeah, we talked about this time where, oh!
Bad pass, stolen away. Jarrett goes in, tried to dump it over to Bobbitt. He did, got it, laid it up and in, and fouled.
Lot of time, lot of time.
Fouls on 3, here, 1 shot. I got it. 4:30.
Fouls on number 33, Isaiah Bauer.
Foul is on Bowers. 30-second timeout taken by the Railers. That basket by Bobbitt cuts it now to 10. And the Railers had a 16-point lead, Josh, starting the quarter, and in just a minute, Eisenhower's been able to knock off 6.
Yeah, you get that intensity where you just came off a great quarter, a great third quarter, and we hit the 3 to end in the third quarter, and then we just kind of lackadaisical, like Eisenhower doesn't want to compete, and they've shown that they will, and they've cut this, what a 6-0 run right now, got a chance to make it 7. So, bad pass here, a tip away here, and we're going to have ourselves a ball game real quick.
So Bobbitt will go to the line, trying to complete the 3-point play. Bacon, Grunder, Bowers, Kirby, Cannon on the floor for the Railers. Jones, Keon Jones, Bobbitt, Jarrett, and Quanlin Young for Eisenhower. Free throws up and good. So, from 16 to 9 in just a minute. Cannon over to Bowers.
Somebody's got to come in the middle. We got a wide open area here that we're not covering.
Bowers with the dribble. Now he's picked up his dribble. Over to Cannon.
Man up, man up.
Cannon far side to Kirby.
Help.
Need one of those easy baskets by Grunder or Bowers going to the basket.
Foul's going to be whistled on Eisenhower. It's going to go against Bobbitt as he was holding Bryson, trying to free himself.
Yeah, 5 team fouls for the Railers and 3 on Eisenhower.
Bryson on the inbounds, gets it out to Isaiah. Isaiah turns and goes baseline, now picks up his dribble back out to Bacon. Pass tipped out of bounds, and right now Eisenhower looks like the quicker team.
Oh, by far. Maybe double the quickness of what we got. They already are, but now they're even moving quicker, and we're not moving near as. We don't have the intensity right now that they're bringing, and we need a good basket here. This is a big time for one of coach's favorite plays.
And Titus lost control of the dribble, and when he went down to pick it up, 1 foot then another. Turnover by the Railers gives it back to Eisenhower.
Yeah, that momentum is quickly shifted here in the fourth quarter.
Jarrett over to Bobbitt in the backcourt. Back to Jarrett on the far side.
Got to have a stop.
Double team by Bacon and Grunder. Kick back out high. Young down the lane, and a blocking foul is going to be whistled on Drew Bacon. And I'm not sure if that wasn't the same play that happened earlier that resulted in Drew drawing the charge against Eisenhower. And now Bacon in a little bit of foul trouble with 6:07 to go as Bacon's picked up his third. It almost looked like an instant replay of the play from a few moments ago, Josh.
Yeah, pretty well set it looked like, and maybe an earlier foul with the hands out on top, but looked pretty like Drew was pretty well set.
Free throw up and good. Eisenhower is taking advantage of their trips to the line here in the second half. They are 6 for 6 from the line. Young second one. That one also good. 36-29. 6:07 to go. They're taking time. We'll take it with them. Eisenhower's cut it to 7. Back in a moment with Lincoln. Railer basketball. Along with Josh Komnick and Lloyd Kirby, Jeff Benjamin with you. Paula Kodat back at the WLCN studios. And if you left us at the end of the third and you've just now come back, well, Eisenhower's come back as well. Railers had a 16-point lead to start the fourth, a 9-0 run to start the quarter. They've cut it to 7 at 36-29. And the intensity, the momentum, everything is wearing Eisenhower white right now.
Well, but yet we're still there at 36-29. We got to get stops. I don't know how many times it's been consecutive now with them scoring on their end. Yeah, probably at least 4 or 5 consecutive, whether it been free throw line or buckets going to the basket. So, and the Railers have not, obviously, when that run. So we got to get to an area where we can get an easy hoop. We start to go man, and this is where the Railers should have an advantage with our plays.
Kirby's picked up his dribble, out high to Cannon. 5:45 to go. Cannon on the far side. Titus gets it back from Bryson. Now Titus brings the dribble on the right. Down to Bacon. Bacon goes up strong. Contact, no call. Ahead, Bobbitt can't save it inbounds. He does, though, to Isaiah, and then Isaiah lost the dribble off his leg. 5:29 to go. Railers didn't get the call on one end. And then Railers good defense to prevent the easy basket. And then Isaiah got in a little bit of a hurry and dribbled it off his leg.
Yeah, another unforced turnover, really. Isaiah had control of the ball and then just was getting ready to take off down court and lost it off his leg. So one of those times where you get a stop and we can't take advantage.
Jarrett double teamed by Bacon and Grunder underneath, blocked by Kirby, missed by Jarrett or Bobbitt, but again he gets his own rebound and lays it up and in. 36-31, 5 to go. 5 is the lead. Bowers into the front court. Takes it down the lane, kicks back out to Bryson. 4-3. Left it way short. Bacon the rebound off the glass. Nice. Count it, he's fouled.
Huge play by Bacon. Huge rebound underneath.
With 4:45 to go, and the Railers needed it most.
Not from an unlikely guy, but from the way we do it. We don't get normally offensive rebounds and putbacks, and that time Bacon stood in there. Can't get the free throw to go, but huge kind of to get us off the schneid a little bit, Jeff. We just have not scored the basketball here at all in the fourth quarter, and that was maybe something to stop the momentum.
38-31, 4.5 to go. Railers' lead is 7. Long three from Keon Jones is no good. Rebound tracked down. Last touched by Eisenhower as Bacon and Jarrett battled for it, and it was Jarrett the last to touch it. So it's heading back to Lincoln.
And the way Eisenhower's been going to the basket, I think you'll give that three from 24 feet, 23 feet, whatever it was. You'll give him that all the time as long as you can get the rebound.
So the Railers have quelled the momentum just a little bit. 38-31 with the basketball into the front court. Kirby on the wing. Down to Bacon. Drew kicks back out to Grunder. Grunder with the dribble in the lane. High floater. Had it rejected.
Stay with it.
Gets his own read. No, ball loose on the floor. Picked up by Isaiah. Good hustle by the Railers. That could be big in this one, Josh. Isaiah had it swatted away. Tracks it down to the baseline and then couldn't control it. Coach Alexander shaking his head. I think he thinks there was a foul there.
Yeah, he's reaching around the backside of him to try and tip away the ball, and that's normally a foul called, whether it is or not. It's something the referees don't usually allow to happen.
3:45 to go. Jarrett, a three, no good. Rebound, saved in by Grunder, off of Julian Jones. Smart play.
Good play, because you didn't know who it was going off of. I didn't know, and I mean, you had a pretty good look at it. Good job by Grunder of not settling for, maybe it went off of us, maybe it went off of them. He went after and got it and then threw it off of Bobbitt, I believe it was. So nice play by the junior. See if we can get a good basket here.
Bowers to front court. Picked up his dribble over to Kirby. 38-31.
And right now our ball handling has been real suspect so far.
Bowers goes baseline with a strong move, but it's taken away by Jones. Eisenhower heads the other way, running right to left. Down the lane with the left-hand layup is good by Jarrett. Back to 5, 38-33, 3 minutes to go. Railers better hurry up, get it into the front court. Isaiah. Oh, and thank you, Eisenhower, for bailing out the Railers. Foul on Bradford, his first 15th foul.
eye on that handshake.
The referee coming over, getting everything squared away with the official score. Bryson looking to inbound, needs some help, gets it into Cannon. Boy, Titus
Yes,
Alm.
he can. That's not.
No, it's not a double dribble. Isaiah kicks back out to Grunder. Grunder goes baseline, back out high to Kirby. 2:40 to go. Got to watch the 5 count. Lane opens up. Titus kicks it out. Grunder throws it up, and it wouldn't spin good. But I think Grunder's going to go to the line shooting 2. Foul on Young. That's his first 16 foul. Grunder at the line for 2 big free throws. 38-33. Free throw on the way is good.
Nice. Got to hit your free throws here late, especially. Grunder steps up and hits the first one.
Ben with 14. Second one up. Good again.
You know, 1-on-1 doesn't do much for you. That time Grunder stepped up and knocked both of them down. Now we need a couple stops here, Jeff.
Railers back up by 7, 40-33. Jarrett's picked up his dribble, now over to Bobbitt. Back this side to Jarrett. Hands back to Young.
Yeah, the more time they keep working off the clock is great.
Bobbitt with an impossible shot on the baseline, and somehow it goes down. Timeout taken by Eisenhower. Just a 30, so we will keep it here. 2:08 to go. And I'm not really sure how Bobbitt got that one to go down.
Tough shot.
Tough shot, falling down. Looked like there might have been a little contact from Bacon, but with 2:08 to go, hanging in that it's been going back between 5 and 7, 5 and 7. Eisenhower hasn't been able to break within that 5-point barrier. Lincoln's keeping them just at arm's length.
Well, and you know, you got to think they're thinking about doing something different right now as Eisenhower. So if you're Coach Alexander, you got to be leery of press breaker that they've been doing, maybe a man-to-man press, something unusual, or you just don't call a timeout and burn one just down 5 with 2 minutes left. So you got to look for something different. How many timeouts they got left, Jeff? Eisenhower?
I think they said only 1.
Okay, 1 timeout. So when you take one and give your down to 1 with 2 minutes, you got to think something else is going to change here.
Cannon with a dangerous pass to Bryson, but it got it into the front court.
Isaiah's got to be handling the basketball here strong. And watch the when they try and tip it away, going from behind.
Grunder goes strong, high off the glass. No, ball loose, rolling around on the floor, fighting for it. And Isaiah grabbed it, and Lincoln got the timeout. 1:44 to go. Lincoln takes timeout to keep possession. They're taking time. We'll take it with them. 1:44 to go. Lincoln up 5. This is Lincoln, Railer basketball. 1:44 left in Rochester. Railers on top of Eisenhower, 40-35. And right now, Railers showing just a little bit more hustle than Eisenhower, and the Panthers in the huddle next to us heard all about that.
Yeah, and we've been really good out of this situation, Jeff. Several times tonight, either out of a dead ball or a timeout underneath our basket, we've been able to get a couple threes from Kirby, maybe a backdoor layup from Cannon here. So see what Coach has got drawn up here, and nothing now, but you got to protect the ball. You know Eisenhower's going to go after that basketball.
Railers with the ball inbounds, 90 seconds left. Railers up 5, 40-35. Grunder had it swatted away from behind. Turnover. Eisenhower with it. Jarrett, top of the key, floater in the lane, spun off, no, fight for the rebound, tipped out. Grunder on the floor for it, alternating possession, and it's going to Eisenhower. That squeak you heard was Ben Grunder leaving part of his leg, I think.
We'll feel that in the shower tonight.
Oh. But again, good hustle by both teams.
And we give them another opportunity here with the, a shot up. We don't get the rebound. And, we've got to stay strong on our defense here. 5 seconds.
Stolen, nice job by Bryson, stepping in the way of the entry pass. And the Railers with a big steal as we're closing in on a minute.
Any foul now, the Railers will be shooting 1-and-1 in the bonus. You got to meet your passes and hold on to the basketball. You got to think if you're Coach Al and the Railers, you're going to try and hold for one, or try and hold at least, and they're going to foul.
Swatted away, and a foul is going to be whistled on Jarrett. Only his second, but 7th team foul.
Guy just stepped up and hit too. Is Grunder. Grunder was fouled here, so big free throws here for the junior.
54.4. Railers up by 5. Ben with 15 tonight. Free throw up. Spun off. No good.
You're going to think these guys are going to go to the hoop.
Jones down lane. Lots of contact underneath. No call. Railers come away with the steal. And a foul is going to be whistled on Young. His second, 8th team foul, and Titus to the line.
Well, we missed a free throw. We come down and get a steal here, but we've got to knock him down. Titus has got to knock down, especially that first one.
40-35, 40 seconds left. Titus, first trip to the line tonight. Free throw on the way, up and good. Titus makes the first. Make this one and make it a 3-possession game.
Yeah, always nice to be
spun out.
Always nice to be up a couple of threes, at least 6.
41-35. Jones having trouble handling it. Bobbitt back on top to Jarrett. Jarrett, jump stop, high floater in the lane, no good. Rebounding foul is going to go on Jarrett as he climbed over Bacon. Third on Jarrett, 9th.
And it kind of looked like Eisenhower maybe that indecision. Do I go for 2? Do I try and get a 3 here? And finally, Jarrett said, no, I'm going to go to the basket. And the reason you got Bacon out there, one of the reasons you have Bacon out there is the size. I think Jarrett rebounds that over anybody else, but probably Bacon on the Railer team.
25 seconds to go. Drew with 3 on the night. Free throw. Missed it. Eisenhower again with the opportunity. Jarrett firing off a long 3. Long rebound. Nice job by Bowers with the rebound, and he's grabbed by Young. His third, and now Isaiah will go to the line, shooting 2.
Number 10, Rylan Young.
Well, Josh, the Railers have certainly given Eisenhower plenty of opportunities. With lack of success at the line, they just haven't had their shots fall.
Well, yeah, and another thing, Jeff, we've done a good job on the boards when they have missed here late.
Isaiah's first free throw up and good.
There's your now 7-point lead for the Railers.
Second one, good again from Isaiah. 43-35, 13 seconds to go. 3 on the way, that'll go good for Bobbitt. But that's probably how this one will end.
Yes, it is.
Stolen by Bobbitt. Ball loose, no shots coming. Railers hang on to win. Final score, 43-38. Railers improved to 14-7 on the year, 8-3 in the conference. They move to 3-2 in the tournament. Eisenhower falls to 3-2 in the tournament. Our final, Lincoln 43, Eisenhower 38. We'll be back with the Josh Komnick Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center postgame show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
We came out kind of feeling like Eisenhower may not put up a fight, and they sure did, and made it a little more interesting probably than it should have.
Joined now by Lincoln coach Neil Alexander. Coach, congratulations on the win. Moved to 3-2 in the tournament, and as Josh talked about, at the end of the third, everything was looking really good, up 16, and that's really probably a very dangerous time for a coach because you know what can happen, and the players had to wait and see what happened before it got really close.
Well, how we got the lead, we didn't try to do in the fourth quarter. We just tried to dribble through them, and we were soft, and we had a thing right there. We had the ball at the quarter to stop, and, you know, again, we let them. I don't know if they had a 10-0 run to start the fourth quarter, but we're pretty good at letting teams have runs on us to start out quarters, and that has to end. And, you know, we have the philosophy, let's get 3 stops to start a quarter, and then, you know, that means if we got the ball to start the quarter, that means you have 4 possessions. So, you know, to score, and then you've also got about 2 to 3 minutes knocked off the clock. But you know, we turned the ball over, you know, but we hung on. This is a young group, but young gets old pretty quick when you've been playing all year. And you know, this is our 21st game of the season, and you know, we only got 9 left, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, Coach, I thought third quarter was maybe one of our better quarters of the season. I mean, we moved the basketball, we found open shooters, we had Grunder attacking the basket, we rebounded the ball well, we did a good job on defense to kind of create that 16-point lead, and then also we were really good before the half. We got a 3 to go down, I think, for Kirby. That was a nice spark, and then at the end of the third, we got another one for him to go down. We were really good. That's a nice 6 points, not only for the 6 points, but also for the momentum.
Oh yeah, you know, you have to finish, and we finished a couple quarters, the half and the third quarter. You know, we finished with hitting shots, and you know, that does give you a little bit of hop going in. And but the third quarter going into the fourth, I think we felt, well, we can just coast here. And Eisenhower's a much improved team that has really, really good athletes that's going to challenge you. And you know, we didn't do a very good job of it.
You talk about hop in your step, Coach, and maybe the best game of his this season for sure, maybe career. I thought Ben Grunder had a lot of hop tonight.
Yeah, you know, he's made a difference for us. He's you know, he guards the wing. He's our best wing defender. But you know, all the kids seem to have a relaxing time out there, and when they do, they seem to find them. And that's what we're trying to get, is to have somebody that's a defensive stopper. And you know, I think Ben's that. I wouldn't want to come over to Ben's wing if I'm you know, a shooter or a driver, because he can guard both.
Coach, you know, we knew coming in, Eisenhower presented a few different problems for the Railers. We don't really expect them to be much of a three-point shooting team. They only finished with 1, but it seemed like early in the game, offensive rebounding for Eisenhower was going to be a big problem for the Railers. Especially, I think there were a couple of possessions where they were getting 2, 3, even 4 tips at a time. They didn't convert, but it seemed like once Drew Bacon got out there, his presence kind of backed that off a little bit.
Yeah, you know, 6'5", you know, we'd like to see him come that way and be a little bit meaner in the paint. And if we can get him to do that, he'd make a world of difference. But he got some big rebounds tonight, and you know, if there was any illegal pick, it was the one at the end of the third quarter.
Well, that's what led him, because Coach Walker told him about it, and then he got the cheap one up here early. Yeah. That was the coach that got you, or got Bacon that one. But Coach, you talk about Drew. He might have had the play of the game. We were there without a basket for how long there in the fourth, and he gets an unlikely, which we don't get a lot, is offensive rebound put back with the foul, and probably that stopped their little momentum and gave us a little bit too.
It did, and I thought Bryson had a steal, and we converted that. I thought that was good. You know, Titus, I thought done really well. You know, we all played well in spurts, but you know, the spurts have got to become a full-time game. And if we can do that, I think we're pretty hard to beat, because we're going to guard you, we're going to defend you. This team here scored 94 points a week ago. They scored 94, and I think we give up 35.
Yeah,
38. Yep.
You can 38. Tell they weren't comfortable, really.
You know, and that's a tribute to our kids, because we can guard, but we also got to be able to make things happen offensively.
Coach, you know, the first quarter really seemed sloppy for both teams. Second quarter finally got a little bit of momentum going. And then how hard is it as a coach to try and keep your players, you know, invested and focused on the game? Because I think we had somewhere between a 10 and 15-minute delay with all the blood that was on the court and on the uniforms and on Drew. It just seemed like there was, you know, all the, you know, you warm up, you're ready to play, and then it's just kind of a,
yeah, you know, those are hard, but both teams have to go through it. So you got to say which team's going to respond better, and that's what we talked about. Are you going to respond, or how are you going to take this? So we just have to continue to try to get better. These kids are working. You know, I get frustrated with them, but you know, if I didn't get frustrated, I didn't really care. And but I do care that this guy's become a very good basketball team, and you know, they'll continue to work.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go. Congratulations on the win. I guess a light week of basketball for the Railers coming up next week. Friday night over in Decatur to take on MacArthur. And
That
I
won't
think
be a
that's-
light one. and playing these guys again won't be a light one. And, you know, we have a lot of good basketball games left. And, you know, we go to MacArthur, then we got Normal Community, a school that's got about 3,000 students coming in. And, you know, they are a really, really good program. Normal West has got a top 5 in the country sophomore that plays on their varsity, and we play them the following Saturday. So, you know, we got a lot of good. Plus, we still have Lanphier once. We still got Southeast twice. Chatham again. There's not an easy game on our schedule right now.
And like you said earlier, it's hard to believe that the remaining regular season games are now just in single digits.
Exactly. You know, here for long, we'll be talking regional and, you know, setting things up and, you know, trying to jockey for position there. So, you know, everybody's going to be jockeying to try to get to Taylorville. But nobody wants to play Lanphier at Lanphier.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win. Safe travels back to Lincoln, and we'll see you Friday night over in Decatur as Lincoln takes on MacArthur.
Okay, thank you.
Railers win here tonight, 43-38. We'll wrap it up in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Lincoln Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 and streaming live at WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Corey Leonard, AAA Window Siding and Doors, The Carpet House, Lincoln Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Lincoln IGA, Fifth Street Food Mart, Timbercrest Veterinary Service, the Lincoln Park District, Rick Ham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln College, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, St. Clara's Manor, Eaton Corporation, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, Headline Salon LLC, Citizens to elect Kevin Bateman for Lincoln Mayor, Family Custom Cleaners, Laundry, Tanning and U-Haul, Denise Costello Salon at 416 Holly Drive, Gary's Drywall, Finishing, Painting and Power Washing, Connect Construction, Lincoln Dare, AG Farms, and by Stuffed Pizza.